Good morning, Richard Eckley here. Happy Wednesday morning to you. We're on a Wednesday, so on a Relationship Wednesday on your 4 keys to a healthier, happy you. And I was watching a program last night. It was about actually Will Young, the singer, and his brother Rupert, who actually was addicted to alcohol and unfortunately committed suicide in 2020. But it showed the importance of your self-belief, your self-image, and that little voice inside your mind. He said he suffered with this for over 20 years, trying to cope with alcoholism, and he went to get treated and help, sort of thing, like what's it called now? Rehabilitation sort of thing. And he said it would help him for a bit, and then he'd come back in again. And he'd go back into the alcohol again, he'd suffer again. And he said, what it is, it's that little voice that's talking to yourself, telling yourself stuff all the time. That's the biggest thing to try and get over. Because Will Young, he sort of interviewed other people that have suffered from alcoholism. And they were saying what was happening was they'd sort of do something bad through to the alcohol, they'd then sober up, they'd then think back to what that thing they did, perhaps that hurt their family or friends or something like that, and tell themselves, oh, they're worthless, they're stupid, they shouldn't have done that, and that would make them drink again. So it's that little voice inside their head, and this causes people with all sorts of problems. Could be drugs, could be alcohol, could be anything. It's that little voice, it's that self-image that we keep telling ourselves, that little voice we keep telling ourselves, which drives us to actually do good things or do bad things and get us to improve ourselves or on a negative path. So getting control of that little voice inside our mind, so we can actually help ourselves, move ourselves forward. And that can help us get us off the drug, get us off anything that we're addicted to. Because quite often we become addicted to something because that fills a void, a gap in our life. It could be food, it could be anything. We've got a void, we tell ourselves we're not worthy, and then we go to that for an emotional support. So it's that little voice. It's so important to get control of that little voice. And the way you get control of that little voice is learning to actually control it yourself and to actually get some positive in there. We're fed negative all the time anyway, through news and through media and everything else. So if you're telling yourself negative thoughts as well all day long, you've got like a double whammy. You're struggling all the time because there's no way out of it. So you've actually got to choose to start putting some positive in there and start to notice yourself, your self-talk yourself. And then realize once you start to give yourself negative self-talk, to stop yourself and to say, yes, I have achieved this. To find some positives you've done. Think of positives you want to achieve in the future, what you want to move yourself towards. When you give yourself a focus, you then move your mind forward, you move yourself forward, you can get yourself going where you want to go. If you're always focusing on the negative or things that have gone wrong, you're going to cause yourself problems and to get addicted again to more problems. So just thinking that self-image is so important to improve your self-image by controlling that little voice inside of you and then moving yourself forward. So it was an interesting program, just how addiction not only affects that one person, they say it affects at least 5 others in their close community. So it shows you how the effect. There's over 1 million people at the moment addicted to alcohol in the UK, which I was amazed with. And it's scary that up there. It's just our mental health is so important to help move things forward. And they say it's an isolation system. What people often do is they isolate themselves. And then the self-talk's kicking in, so they're making themselves feel worse. So then they're drinking, and they're thinking, oh, that's terrible, I'm terrible, I'm thinking drunk again. How useless am I? And then they drink again. So it's learning to talk, to open up, and actually control that self-image. That little voice inside your mind is so important. It controls our entire life. As I said before, we're a mind with a body, not a body with a mind. Once you control your mind, you can move yourself to anywhere you want to go. But it's getting control of that little voice, and that's going to take time, it's going to take repetition, and you move yourself forward and get yourself where you want to go. And always reach out for help. It's always good to ask for help. Say, look, I'm having problems. Reach out to someone. There's someone there always there to help you, and then hopefully move yourself forward. There we go. Have yourself a good one. All the best for now.